Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a super important lesson about winning in life, and we're going to learn it from some amazing animal friends. So, buckle up, because this story might just change how you look at everything you do. First up, meet Holly the Hummingbird. Now, Holly is a bundle of energy. She started everything. Building nests. Oh, I'm going to build the most magnificent nest ever. Collecting nectar. I'll get all the sweetest nectar. Making friends. Everyone needs to be my friend. She'd zoom around, full of enthusiasm, but then, poof, she'd finish nothing. This is so boring. She'd chirp, darting away before anything was truly done. She was always on to the next exciting thing, leaving a trail of beginnings behind her. She had boundless energy, but it was like a firework, a brilliant burst, then nothing left but smoke. She was a master of the sprint, but had no idea how to run the marathon. Everything was a flash in the pan for Holly, and she just couldn't understand why she never saw her grand visions come to life. And because of this, Holly's life was, well, a bit of a graveyard of half-finished projects. Seriously, everywhere you looked around her little patch of the forest, there were abandoned activities. "I'll build a nest," she'd declare. 10 tiny sticks later, she'd quit, deciding it was too much work or not quite right. "I'll collect 20 flowers for a big stash," she'd announce with a flourish. 3 flowers in, she'd get distracted or bored and just quit. "I'll learn to sing the most beautiful song," she'd chirp, practicing for a day, and then, you guessed it, she'd quit. It was a never-ending cycle. A little bit of effort here, a little bit there, but never enough to see anything through. Can you imagine how frustrating that must have been for her? Always starting with such grand intentions only to lose steam so quickly. She had a forest full of dreams, but not a single one had ever truly blossomed. "Why don't I have anything?" Holly wondered, looking around at all her abandoned endeavors, her little hummingbird heart heavy with confusion. "I worked so hard," she'd exclaim, fluttering her wings in frustration. But here's the truth, friends, she didn't work hard. She just started hard. She had that initial burst of energy, that exciting idea. But when the going got tough, or just a little bit tedious, she'd quit, over and over and over again. It's like buying all the ingredients for a magnificent cake but never actually baking it. All that initial effort, all that potential, just wasted. She truly believed her starting efforts counted as hard work, but she was missing the most crucial part of the equation. Seeing things through to completion. Then, one day, she saw a sight that made her pause. Sam the salmon swam by. He was swimming upstream, against a raging current. For days, it seemed. It looked utterly exhausting. "Aren't you tired?" Holly asked, completely baffled by his relentless struggle. Sam gasped for air, his powerful tail pushing against the water. Exhausted, he managed to say, his voice strained, "But I finish what I start. This is my journey, and I will see it to the end." Sam wasn't quitting. He had a destination, a purpose, and no matter how hard it was, he was going to get there. His determination was truly inspiring, a stark contrast to Holly's scattered efforts. He understood that the reward wasn't just in the beginning of the journey, but in the triumphant arrival at the end. And if that wasn't enough to make Holly think, she then spotted Stella, the spider. Stella was rebuilding her web, AGAIN. The wind had clearly been harsh. "The wind destroyed it," Stella explained calmly, meticulously spinning a new strand. "This is my 10th try today." Holly gasped, flabbergasted. "Why not just quit? It's obviously not working," she exclaimed. Stella paused, looked at Holly with her many eyes, and replied, "Because quitters have nothing. A finished web means food, safety, and a home. An unfinished web is just nothing." Stella knew that giving up meant going hungry. Her survival depended on her persistence, no matter how many times she had to start over. It wasn't about perfection on the first try. It was about relentless finishing. These two encounters really got Holly thinking. Could she be like Sam or Stella? She decided to try. Holly started collecting nectar from a patch of flowers. After 3 flowers, her usual urge to quit flared up. Her little hummingbird brain screamed, "This is boring. Let's go do something else." Her wings ached, begging to fly away and find a new, more exciting adventure. But this time, she told herself, just finish this one thing. It was a battle against her own instincts. Every fiber of her being wanted to give up, but she stayed. Flower 4, flower 5, flower 6. It was hard, it was tedious, but she kept going, one flower at a time. She was learning to push through that uncomfortable feeling, to resist the siren call of novelty and distraction. This was true hard work, not just the initial burst of enthusiasm. And then, she did it. Flower 20. Holly stared at her completed collection, her tiny eyes wide with shock. I finished something. For the first time in her life, she had seen a task through to completion, and the feeling, it was incredible. Sam the salmon and Stella the spider, who had been quietly watching, cheered her on. Holly felt a surge of pride she'd never experienced before. It wasn't just the nectar, it was the accomplishment itself. It felt like winning. This truly showed her that starting is easy. Anyone can start. Any fool can begin something new. But finishers, they're the ones who build magnificent nests, who cross rivers, who create intricate webs. They're the ones who win. So, what about you? What are you going to finish today? Remember, it's not about how many things you start, but how many you actually finish that truly counts. Don't be a Holly, the hummingbird of unfinished dreams. Be a Sam the salmon or a Stella the spider, and see your projects through. If you loved this story and want to hear more inspiring lessons, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and keep finishing strong.